Hey Tribe, for this month's patch, we are going to be working on developing power. Many fighters through history have developed a lot of power and been very well known for it. Prominent names like Mike Tyson, George Foreman, and even Deontay Wilder have built careers off of these dramatic ends to fights coming by way of knockout. Now for this patch of the month, we're going to be working on developing our power. Before we get into the drills and all of the things that you're going to be doing, we have to remember that our punch is comprised of two things. It's my hand leaving my face and it's my hand coming back to my face. To correctly deliver a power punch doesn't mean that I'm holding my hand out on the heavy bag. It means that I'm able to swiftly deliver a strike and return back to my face as fast as possible. So through these drills, keep that in mind. If your bag starts swinging a whole lot, it means that we need to snap our hands back to our faces faster. All right, guys, to help me out with our drills for this patch, I have Mason here. He is the head coach for our Saratoga Springs location, and he's going to be walking us through a couple of these drills. The first drill that we're going to be doing is going to be a stool power drill. Now, whenever we're boxing, we have to remember that power comes from our legs, and this is a great indicator and a great reminder for us as we're boxing to drop into our stance and then stand up into the punches that we throw. So we're going to start these rounds out. All right. Now the round's length will vary based off of the patch, but the drill will be the same. Your goal is to stand up into these hooks and deliver power while snapping that hand back to your face. That means we don't want to see the bag swing a whole lot, but I do want to see it kind of recoil as we deliver these punches. Okay. So I'm going to have Mason sit on this stool right here. He's going to get in his boxing stance, and then he's going to stand up and throw either a hook or an uppercut. So he's going to throw either an 8 or a 4. Go ahead and stand up, throw that 8. Good, and then he's going to sit right back down on that stool, okay? Then he's going to do that same thing with a 4 right up the center, just that 4. Good, and then he's going to use that lead side. So he's going to throw that 3. And then he's going to throw that 5 right down the center, okay? So as he starts to vary these punches, you can hear him breathing on the way up, and you also see him clearly going all the way down on that stool. We want to make sure that as we're practicing this, our hands are coming back to our face. Don't be afraid to take some time in between throwing punches. When we focus on power through these rounds, that's how we can start to develop those heavy hands. The next drill that you guys are going to be doing is going to be our straight to hook drill. Now this is another critical piece of developing power in our punches, is that rotational element. And this is a great way for us to practice in front of a heavy bag, rotating into the punches that we throw. So what you guys are going to do is you're going to go back and forth between a 1 and an 8 and a 2 and a 3. For these two hooks, I want to see these down to the body as we are starting to lead into the punch that we're about to throw. It makes me square my shoulders and then have to recoil all the way back, rotating through as I throw. All right, so Mason's going to be working these heavy bags, and he's going to start with just a 1-8. Okay, he's going to start with that 1-8. Now you can see as he does this, what he's doing is he's just holding that jab out there. This drill is not about the jab. This drill is about highlighting the power behind that 8. Okay, and then to finish this drill out, you're going to take the second half of that allotted time, and you're going to switch sides and work on your 2 and your 3. That is going to be our straight to hook drill. The next drill we're going to be working on is our speed and power rounds. Now, speed and power are critically related. You can't have a powerful punch if it wasn't delivered with speed and precision, and we'll get into the precision part later. For this next drill, we are going to be doing speed and power rounds. This means I want you guys to pick one 4-punch combo that you're going to hit for 2 consecutive 1-minute rounds. The first round, I just want to see you throw that combo with speed. The second round, we're just going to throw that combo with power. So for example, we're going to get started right here, and we're going to be throwing a 1-2-1-6 to get started. This first round is all speed, so Mason's just going to throw with speed. 1-2-1-6. Good. 1-2-1-6. Good. Try and get that 6, elbow up even higher. Yep. 1-2-1-6. Good. And then as we move into the next round, that's when we'll be moving into power. This is going to be where he's going to be demonstrating and focusing on power behind all of these punches. So we're going to get started right here. 1-2-1-6. Good. 1-2-1-6. Good. So you can see him taking a little bit more time in between throwing those punches, making sure that he's got that breath in line as he starts to rotate a little bit more into that 2 and that 6. So our next drill is our precision bag drill. For this set of rounds, you guys are going to be working on adding precision to that power. We have to remember, blind power shots are largely useless. We need to make sure that we are matching our power with precision. And that's where finding specific places on the heavy bag to target can be a great drill to make sure that we're targeting the correct things. So what I want you guys to do for this drill, you're picking 2 locations on the bag. You're going to have one spot up to the head and one spot down to the body. And for the entirety of these rounds, you can throw whatever you would like to throw, but they can only land in those 2 regions. I'm going to have Mason throw up to the head. He's going to be throwing at about that E, and for down to the body, I'm going to have him throw at about that N. Now for this round, I'm going to let him throw whatever he wants to throw, highlighting power while still focusing on those 2 locations. This means that as the bag turns, he's going to have to turn with it and stay focused on that one location. Our next drill for our heavy hitters patch is going to be weighted shadow boxing. Weighted shadow boxing is a great tool that we can use and incorporate into our boxing technique and practice. It helps us to develop a lot of those form things that we really need to take some time on, but when we add weights to it, it also helps us to develop some of the musculature, allowing us to throw natural punches with a heavier weight. This will give you heavier hands and faster hands. So pull out those 2.5 to 5 pound dumbbells for our 8-minute round and start shadow boxing. In addition to our regular boxing drills, we also have the inclusion of some strength and conditioning circuits. Each of these circuits is 5 minutes long, and you're going to spend 1 minute on each of the exercises. The first circuit we're going to go over is going to be our leg circuit. You guys are going to start things out with a dumbbell in hand. You guys are going to give me weighted squats. Then you've got Bulgarian split squats on just one side. Then after that next minute, you're going to move on to the other leg, making sure that you're getting down to a good depth for those Bulgarian split squats. After that, you guys are going to turn around on the edge of the ring and you're going to give me incline lunges, still with that weight in hand on just one leg, and then you're going to rotate to the other side, and that's going to be our leg circuit. You're going to repeat this just one time as per the patch of the month. However, if you're looking for an extra challenge, repeat it a few more times. We want to make sure that we're prioritizing the concentric part of this motion so that we can start to build some of that explosive power into our legs. So make sure that you guys are getting down to a good depth and focusing on that explosion up. Next is going to be our push circuit. This is one half of the musculature that controls our punches. We're going to be focusing again on that concentric portion of the movement. The first exercise you guys are going to be doing is going to be explosive push-ups. We want to make sure that we're getting to a good depth as we do these, and then you guys are going to move on to a shoulder press. Grab a weight that's heavy enough that it's going to be a struggle on the way up. After that, we have dips. You're going to do these on the edge of the ring, making sure that you get down, get that nice stretch at the bottom of the exercise. After that, we have decline push-ups. You're going to put your feet on the edge of the ring, make sure that you're getting down to full extension and then pressing all the way up. Again, prioritizing the concentric part of that movement. Finally, you guys have overhead tricep extensions. You're going to have one weight that you're going to carry and you're going to tuck those elbows in, raise your hands above your head, and then start pressing up from there. And our final circuit is going to be our pull circuit. This is the other half of our punch. This is the part of our punch that controls how quickly we draw that punch back to our face, and it's just as important to work on. So let's get into these exercises. The first one is going to be a commando row. For that commando row, you're going to get in that push-up position with one dumbbell in each hand, and you're going to row those weights right up to the side for the entire minute. After that, you guys are going to do reverse flies. You're going to be in a bent over but chest out position. You're going to grab weights that are suitable for this exercise. Most people should be able to go fairly heavy on these. Our next exercise is going to be an upright row. For that upright row, you want to make sure that you have that weight in hand and you're going to lead with the elbows dragging up your body. After that, we have bent over rows. You're going to have nearly the same posture as you do for that reverse fly. However, instead, you're going to row that weight up the side and imagine you're putting it in your pockets. And then finally, to end that circuit, you are going to be doing alternating curls. So I want to see you guys grab two dumbbells and you're going to be curling from one side to the other for the entirety of that minute. All right, tribe, that is our heavy hitters patch of the month. Good luck, and hopefully by the end of the month, you'll have some heavier hands.